I'm Dulce Baltazar Pedraza and I'm from Morelia, Mexico. My mom moved here a couple of years ago and she told me about Cronkite School. And when I was visiting her once, she took me to Cronkite and I really liked it, so I decided to transfer. I'm from like central western part of Mexico, so I feel like most of the culture that is perceived as Mexican culture here, it's mostly from the northern part because most people that are Mexican here are from the border. So for me, it's very interesting to see how they speak, like their accents and how they act. But I really like the fact that there are so many things that are Mexican or Mexican American even. But it's a completely different culture than what I'm used to, for sure. Well, my first experience was before I was enrolled. I had some issues with my visa, but some people at the International Students Office actually helped me a lot, so it was like a good experience. And then when I got here, I started during the summer, so there was nobody here. So I guess I had no idea like how big it was and how many people were at ASU. On Monday, yeah. So I wake up like at 6:30 in the morning. I take a shower and then I have to leave my house around 7:15. I ride my bike to campus here. It takes me like 10 minutes, and then I take the shuttle to downtown. I get there at 7:30 or 8 depending on how lazy I am that day. And I go to class, and then I leave downtown, take the shuttle back because I work those days, and normally I haven't done any of my interviews or anything, and I have a 3 p.m. deadline, so I run around looking for somebody. I go home around 7:30, ride my bike again, and I get home, I have dinner with my roommates most of the time, play some video games sometimes if I have free time, or listen to music, do a little bit of homework, and I go to bed like pretty early, like 10:30, something like that. I love video games. I would say they're my favorite hobby. I have all the Nintendo, like from Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii. I don't have the Wii U yet, but I haven't found it. And I have a PS3, and I have all the handheld. So I have the Game Boy Advance, and the Game Boy Color. Favorite video game ever is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. We play Rock Band. Everybody likes Rock Band. So let me tell you something about the song I'm gonna play. It's by my favorite band in the world, and so there used to be, I don't know if it's still there, but in the Rock Band website, there used to be like a request page, and you could put in like whatever song you wanted and a reason that you wanted it. So for like a month, I requested that song like 5 times every day, and then like a month later, you could download it. So I'm not saying I did it, but I like to think I had something to do with it. It's called "Love Will Tear Us Apart" by Joy Division. Which whenever I tell someone here that I have a girlfriend or whatever, they're like, I think, very surprised. And I guess a lot of times people try to be as like politically correct as they can. To tell you the truth, like I was interviewing a professor the other day because I was trying to get a story about a gay athlete, and I was talking to him, and he agreed that, for instance, people think that Mexico is like, it's not as progressive as the U.S. or, yeah, it's not as liberal. Maybe it's very conservative, but to be honest, like in Mexico, being with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, if you're a guy, out on the street and holding hands or kissing, it's not a big deal. And I feel like, I'm not saying it wouldn't be fine here, but I feel like people don't feel as comfortable. So I think ASU has certain things that are nice, like the student groups that are support groups and stuff, but I don't think it's as diverse in the sense that people don't feel comfortable being who they are. What I really wish is that we didn't have to. We didn't have to have support groups for LGBT because we would be like any other student. But I guess that's not something ASU. I mean, ASU could become someplace more accepting and more tolerant, but it's something that society in general would have to do as well. Mexico City, it's a huge city. I don't doubt that there's people from all over the world, but it's not as easy to come across somebody and to talk to them and to befriend them. So now that I have so many friends here that are also from Asia, I get to, like, they invite me over and we can talk about how life is there, or they can make some food and let me try it. I really, really like it. And I feel like that has also, I've also taken that knowledge to other fields, so I feel like I have a lot more interest in more diverse stories than I would have if I weren't here at the ASU.